video isn't so much a review, although I do have a book review going up too today, but as I think this is probably something you guys have likely encountered at some point or another for one reason or another, but what to do about an infected lip balm. Like, you know, when you get sick and your lips are more chapped than usual, you want to use your lippies, but then you get better and now the sick germs are on it. What do you do, right? Now, I will start out saying this is not a fail-safe. Like, for instance, one thing I would not use this method for would be, like, stomach flu. If you have a stomach bug like that, just toss it. It is not worth the risk of reinfecting yourself. Just spend the few dollars to rebuy the product. Seriously, I actually had to get rid of one of my rarer Revos a year or so back because this happened without my realizing it, because I was coming down with it and didn't know. Otherwise, I would not have used that one that day, but yeah, so there's certain things like that where this probably goes out the window, just throw it out and replace. But for most intents and purposes, like if it's a cold or a run-of-the-mill little thing, or like if you have a cold sore and you used it, this would work for those, but things like a really bad thing that like involves throwing up, this I don't think works for, so just saying. So I'm going to show you at least how I go about doing this. Only do this with your own, don't do this and then like try to resell them. This is not a perfect sanitation method, but it does more or less get rid of the infected materials. So anyway, let's get started. Okay, so first off, this will only work with the stick format ones. Like if you do this to an EOS, it will not work. You'll just destroy it, so don't even try with those. If you infect one of those, just replace the damn thing. It's easier. With a Revo, you might have half a shot by cutting off the top layer, but we're just talking about the stick format ones. These I know for a fact I actually used when I had the cold sore outbreak a couple weeks ago, so that's what I'm using as my example, because I need to do this anyway. So anyway, you're going to roll it up a bit, and first things first, you're going to need a sharp knife. No serrated, all you'll do is make a mess. I've made this mistake before, like no butter knives. This has butter on it, sorry for gross, but yeah, you can't use one of those, you'll just mash it up. So you're going to roll it up a bit, like this, put it on a paper towel, oops, and you're going to go a bit further down than anything you think might have touched your lips, and just make a clean line and slice it off, like that, and you're going to throw that away. Then you can use the tip of the knife to just try to clean that up a little, like that. Anything that you leave behind will probably just mash down when you roll it back down in the tube anyway, but it's still going to be a much cleaner line than if you just used a serrated knife. You can also try to rub the edges of it against your paper towel if you'd rather do it that way to try and clean up the edges. That works too. Just make sure that you actually did cut off enough to where any infected materials are gone. Sure, you lose some product, but it's not worth it to reinfect yourself every time you want to use it. I also used this one, so I'm going to show you one more time with it on a different brand, with a different texture. Just roll this one up. I didn't use it as much, so I'm probably not going to cut quite as much off. Let's turn it that way. And then 1, 2, 3, chop. And you're done. See, that one I actually went down to the edge of the plastic, so there's nothing to clean up. It's a nice clean cut. So, and that is all you gotta do. Make sure to clean the knife really well afterwards, since you don't want to infect the knife either. But these are now good to go. If you're still iffy on it, you can get a little bit of rubbing alcohol in a squirt bottle and just spritz it on there, let it air dry, and everything should be good. And that is literally all that I do with them. It'll spare you some money from having to replace them every time you forget and use one of these while you're sick. So anyway, hopefully this was helpful to you guys, and stick around for more videos later. So till next time, bye!